Hello and welcome to another Onward Community Cast VRML. My name's Bob the Gamer. Tonight we have Ironside versus the Disenfranchised, and they're going to be starting out on Arctic. We do have all 10 players in the lobby. Just waiting to get all those greens going. Getting all those greens going. And then we'll hear those beeps, get some players loaded in, get you brought over, and get this match started. I have cast Disenfranchised several times before. I'm very familiar with that team. Not as familiar with Ironside. I think this is the generated match, not a challenge match. And besides that, I don't know a whole lot else what's going on tonight. Yeah, this was the generated match, not a challenge match. Just checking the VRML site real quick. Similar records for both teams. Similar MMR, yeah. Yes, I mean, that's what you expect. It's from the generated match, because if they weren't similar, then the algorithm wouldn't have put them together. So yeah, we've got the Disenfranchised to Ironside. Ironside will be starting out on Marsoc. They are the home team. This Arctic is their map pick. Disenfranchised will be starting out on Volk. They'll be defending the objective at the entry to the center alley. I've mentioned before, I do not have great callouts for Arctic. I don't play it a lot personally. Do want to play it more. One of the things I discovered not too long ago was that this is a pretty good map for 203s. If you like to use the predefined positions, there's actually a lot of architecture that gives you good spots. And with that little rant over, I am getting some beeps, so let's get you brought into the game for the first round here on Arctic. Ironside over here in their spawn in the northeast. We got Felix, Michael, Goose, Chimichanga, and Doc Toast. Here attacking in the first round. Looks like we're getting a 2-3, maybe a 2-1-2. Not sure if they're all together and Doc's a little behind, or if Doc's going to be splitting off on their own. Senpai Nai out in front in the south, going to go down early to Chimichanga, all the way across that eastern lane. Middle eastern, center eastern. Center eastern lane, we'll go with that. Bringing it to a 5v4. Got 3 in the north, 1 in the middle, 1 in the south. Naj pushed out. Are they in the hallway here? Yeah, but Naj pushed out in the hallway. Gonna push over onto Goose Puncher. Naj gonna pick up Goose Puncher right after Doc Toast gets Trenton. 4v3 for Ironside. Doc Toast throwing out a conver. Michael Potato Man killing themselves with the grenade. Just down though over there. Chimichanga's rotating in on Lord Nas. Not really sure what happened there. That was kind of interesting. It is a 3.5 v2 with Sweet Life. 3.5. Oh nope. Felix gets the revive. 4 v2. Blade and Sweet Life here on the objective. Blade going down to Doc. I guess Blade was watching out the other door. Sista gonna get the refrag there. Sista the last one up. Let's ride along with Sista as they do pick up Chimichanga coming out of that little center passageway. But we'll go down to Michael rotating in from the south. Giving Ironside the first point there. Let me get that point up on the board for Ironside. That is Oh, and my shortcuts aren't working again. Alright, I'll fix that in a moment. Let's do this the old-fashioned way. 1.2 Ironside. There we go. Get you swapped over. Good round to Ironside. They had 3 or 4 up there. I think they had 3 up there at the end. No, 2. 1, 2, 3 dead. Yeah, 2 up there at the end. I can count. I'm going to take a quick peek at my OBS settings. I'll be right back with you. Alright, it appears my shortcut did get erased somehow. Not quite sure how that happened. I mean, I don't know how it happened. I did something wrong that caused it to happen. That's how computers work. But I don't know what I did. That's what I'm saying. Anyways, my caster surface is not at all important. What is important is that in a few moments when we hear those beeps, we're going to come back in and it's going to be the second round on Arctic. In fact, there come the beeps right now. Got the second round on Arctic. It's going to be the Disenfranchised over here in the northeast spawn with their Marsoc round. Trying to take that point back from Ironside. Music seems too loud. I haven't really been hearing a lot of voices so far, so I don't know. My audio always seems off. Anyways, Michael Potato Man gets the early pick on Deathblade, peeking through? I'm not sure how that happened, actually. Sister Sweet Life gonna trade out with Felix as Doc Toast in the south gonna take out Trenton. Sista's just down, Felix just down, Lord Nas all the way dead from Michael. Michael rotating around for Felix, Flash coming out, only gonna hit the downed people. Senpai, wow, Senpai's already the only one up for the Disenfranchised. I feel like I missed a kill in there. See, Heclac showing up in the chat. Thank you, Heclac, for showing up. For those of you who may not be aware, Heclac designed Arctic. Felix gonna get the confirm onto Sista there in the north. Leaving us with a... oh, and they got a revive onto Felix too. Obviously, if Felix got the converf, had to have gotten revived. Leaving a 5v1 for Senpai. I feel like we saw Senpai do a 4v1. Nope, that was Senpai getting a 4-piece on defense. Never mind. Senpai has gotten some good clutches in the past, though. 5v1 is a tall order for anyone. 4v1 now, as Senpai does get that headshot onto Michael Potato Man over the box there. Rotating back, going to trade out with Felix here in the doorway towards Helipad. Good trade to Felix, putting a second point on the board for Ironside. Hey, and this time my shortcut worked. Look at that, it's like magic. It's not magic. Computers aren't magic, they're just math. Anyways, not talking about computers, talking about Arctic. 2 rounds down so far to Ironside. That's a strong opening to them. In both rounds, they had several members up at the end of the round, which is usually a good sign. When we come back, it's going to be the Southeast OBJ. This one's very capable. You can get in behind this red crate and into this little nook here. And if the defenders are over there in the north of the objective and they don't know you're there, you can get a cap without anybody seeing. So this could get spicy. The south side of Arctic is also interesting. The southeast corner, there's this snow pile that lets you see over the crates if you're standing up. Meaning that you have to have a cautious and planned approach, or else that guy in the corner is going to shoot you in the face. Let's see if the guy in the corner gets any face shots this time. Load back in. I'm on OBJ, not at the Marsoc spawn. Gotta fly all the way over here. Sorry, guys. See AGM Solomon showing up in the chat. Thank you, Solomon, for being here. It is gonna be a fun one. Third round here on Arctic, getting underway with Ironside on Marsoc. Ironside is able to secure a cap. They will win a map with a shutout. Win the map with a shutout. Got a 3-2 split. Chimichanga and Goose Puncher going south. Toast, Felix, and Michael the Potato Man. Michael Potato Man? Michael Potato Man, there's too many syllables in your name. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, brother. That's just the way it is. Smoke going out. That's close. That's Michael getting down Senpai. Michael's gotten early picks in at least 2 of these rounds. Chimichunga gonna take out Deathblade. Down in that south corner. That's that guy I was talking about. Chimichunga was ready for it. Second smoke goes out. Lord Nas getting a refrag onto Doc Toast. Lord Nas may be running into Felix. Not sure if they heard you. Oh yeah, Lord Nas definitely would have heard those footsteps. Gonna pick up Felix as Michael gets the confirm onto Senpai over here somewhere. Over here. 3v3. Strong push in the south. Nas needs to rotate. Ooh, Nas picking up one peek on the poke out. I was gonna say Nas gonna need to be rotating back soon as all of the attackers are getting past them, but Nas showing that spot was still useful. That does happen to me. I call things out a little early sometimes. 2v3 smoke, good smoke blocking out the south. Don't know if that was offensive or defensive, but no one pushed it. Goose Puncher, oh lucky. Trenton was ready when that smoke ran out, just couldn't find the shot. Michael Potato Man gonna down themselves. That sounded like a C4. Did Michael Potato Man pick up a C4 clicker and blow it up without knowing where the C4 was? There was a C4 clicker right there. I think that's what happened. Gonna give Disenfranchised their first point. Let's get that up on the board. 2-1 here on Arctic after 3 rounds. When we come back in, we will still be on that southeast objective. Only Ironside going to be on the Volk, and the Disenfranchised will be the Marsoc attacking. Trying to tie up the score or maybe get a cap to pull up into the lead. Once we hear those beeps, I'll bring you back over. Alright, Disenfranchised spawning in here behind the helipad. Do hear a little player voice. Still sounds like the music's too loud. I'm gonna have to check into the settings after this. Maybe when we do the rehost at the lobby, turn that music down a little bit. Looks like a 3-2 split, maybe a 3-1-1, not sure. Flash coming out, not sure that's gonna hit. Might have caught Deathblade. Chimichunga gonna trade out with Deathblade here in the north early. Another flash coming out. That probably did hit Senpai. Potato Man gonna pick up Lord Nas, aggressively pushing into the middle. Sista there for the refrag. I think she shot Potato Man in the back. That was dirty. It is now a 3v3 with less than a minute off the clock on Snow Cargo. Sorry, Heckalek. But no, this map does play very fast sometimes. Felix blowing up the C4 a little bit early, still gonna find... Oh, it wasn't a trade. I was gonna say I'm gonna find the trade with Triton, but it was Sista getting the refrag. That... Oh wow, that was a very uncooked grenade. Oh, Goose Puncher with the pick onto Sista as she peeks around the corner. Evening us out at a 2v2. We got Trenton in the south, Senpai in the north, taking shots at Doc Toast through the door, I guess? Might have just been pre-fire. No, I think they did. I think Senpai did know Doc was there. Is gonna find the kill. Trenton and Senpai up for Disenfranchised. Jess Goose Puncher here on control. I think they might have heard Trenton footsteps. They seem pretty concerned with the north, although it may just be the shots from Senpai and their friend dying over there. Trenton on the slow peak, gonna get picked up as well, leaving us with a 1v1. Let's jump in with Senpai. Oop, gotta jump out first, then we can jump in. Senpai over here in one of the server rooms, probably the north one. Yep, north server room. Very loud in the server room. It's hard to hear footsteps anyway in Arctic, but in the server room especially, it's kind of loud. Not sure what Senpai was shooting there. Maybe confirm on... I'm not sure who that was. Who was up there? I think that was Doc with that Senpai picked up in the north earlier in the round. Still got 3 minutes on the clock. Plenty of time for Senpai. Although pretty soon... Oh, they trade out, but Goose Puncher gets the first shot and the point. Giving Ironside 3-1 lead for Ironside. Get that up on the board, get you swapped over. Excuse me, 3-1 lead for Ironside here on Arctic. That was a good round though. Pushed it all the way down to a 1v1. Cautious approach from Trenton and Senpai. But Goose Puncher on control, I think had a hat trick. I think they picked up 3. They got Trenton coming out of the south building. They got Senpai coming out of the server room. Both on kind of slow looks. And then I also think they had Sista coming through the southern alley. Right after Sista got a kill and a revive onto Trenton. Not sure who Sista killed. Oh, and I guess I left the overlay on for the last round. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, that happens sometimes. I could have sworn I did that one right. Oh well. Nothing to be done about it now. 6 minutes in the past, I screwed up, and you guys are dealing with it. Hopefully we can have a laugh about it when you catch up with me. There are the beeps again. This time I'm looking at OBS and I can see very clearly you guys are over here. So we will be seeing this 5th round. Sorry about that. Thank you, Hecklack and Mop and Bucket, for showing up in the chat with mentions on that overlay. I will be better. Ironside spawning in here behind the objective, or behind a helipad going for server room, OBJ. Where did I lost the bodies? There we go. Lost the outlines, and now we got them back. 3-2 split. Lord Nas kind of pushed out pretty far in the north. Senpai going down to Goose Puncher. Smoke coming out early. 5v4. Deathblade gonna pick up Goose Puncher from the mound. Evening us at a 4v4. That frag gonna land on top of the building. Hecklack, no, this is not the standard VRML. I'm just a community caster. I am not an official caster. This is not the VRML scoreboard. I made this with free assets. I downloaded. Oh, Chimichanga got a pick. I'm not sure onto who. Sorry. Papa Deathblade gets another kill onto Felix in the south, wiping out that southern approach. Michael coming through the dome alley, gonna get Papa. Trenton picking up Chimichanga. Sista getting dead by Doc, leaving just Trenton alive in a 2v1. This is a real cap potential for Ironside. Ironside don't need the cap, they just need one to win. And they're gonna get it as Michael Potato Man swings in onto Trenton, and you hear them. They said they didn't know if Trenton was there, but they were there, and they got him with the pre-fire. Commanding win to Ironside. Disenfranchised had some good action there, but 4-1 is a strong win. Let's get you swapped over to the scoreboard now that we've got that up. No, looking over the chat, I see Hecklack asking about the scoreboard. I was trying to say, no, I am just a community caster. Pretty much everything you see in my show is either something downloaded from the VRML website, or it's something that came up in the first couple links when you Google free caster assets or free Twitch assets. I'm not sure which one it was, but it is a very common cast asset pack, as I've seen it on a number of streams, actually, even some other Onward streams. But that's okay. It's free asset, gets the job done. And I just realized they're probably all exiting because we have to rehost. No, they're still all in the lobby. Not sure what's going on. We'll be moving to a second map soon, and once I know what that is, I'll share that info with you. We'll be back with you shortly. Alright, and the second map tonight is going to be Downfall. Disenfranchised will be on Marsoc. It is their map pick. We have 9 out of 10 players back in. Once we get all 10 in and all green, they'll get some beeps, and then we'll get you brought back over. Get you back over for the second map. It does look like we're getting a substitution, so we're just on standby while we get that 10th player. We'll be checking back in soon. And that 10th player, Crashin' Clown, has joined the lobby. Now once we get all 10 greens, we'll be bringing you back over and getting Downfall started. Be starting out on a West Heli Bungalow OBJ. Yeah, and there are the beeps. Let's get you brought back over. My computer usually does alright with Downfall, but it does get a little choppy on the load in. So it got a northeast spawn for the Disenfranchised here on the West Heli Bungalow OBJ. Got Senpai and Papa heading towards Upper Red, Crashin' Clown heading into the middle, Lord Nas and Trenton heading south towards the Twins. Like one in the basement of South Brothel, one second floor Center Hotel, somebody first floor maybe? Heli headquarters? I think that's in the first floor watching the South Valley. Someone on control, can't tell where exactly, probably inside that south room of Heli Bungalow. And then Doc Toast up there on the wall. In season 13 and here in season 14, I'm seeing the walls, especially here in the northern part of Downfall, the northwestern corner being played a lot more. Minute off the clock, we have gotten through the setup phase. It looks like people are starting into the peak phase. I imagine we're going to start getting some prodding shots before too much longer. Lord Nas not going to Twins, but going to be rotating towards South Bungalow as Triton has made their way through the valley, through the east all the way into the West Valley mouth. Shots coming out from Chimichanga, shooting up at the pair at Upper Red. I think they probably saw Papo rotating down. Although they didn't say that the person was moving to Lower Red, so I take that back. They probably saw... Is that Senpai? Yeah, probably saw Senpai. Crash and Clown gonna pick up Michael Potato Man. Michael Potato Man was the one in Center Bungalow over here. Center Hotel, excuse me. Bringing us to a 5v4 in the Disenfranchised favor. Papa Deathblade aggressively pushing up, already to Heli headquarters. Felix is going to be able to hear those footsteps. Didn't hear Felix call it out though, not sure. Is Trenton going to take down Goose Puncher on control? I think Felix would have been able to hear some of those footsteps by now. Maybe I was just not close enough. Goose Puncher making callouts, we heard that. I'm assuming they're calling out Trenton in the south. Crash and Clown gonna pick up Felix. Where was Felix? Ah, Felix was the one in, Doc Toast gonna pick up Papa pushing for the OBJ. There's a 2.5v3 as Chimichanga is going to take out Crash and Clown from South Brothel. That smoke came in just a little bit too late. Chimichanga is going to also get Trenton in the south. Lord Nas and Senpai remaining. Senpai in the helicopter. Not sure which one Senpai was shooting at. Lord Nas up in... Senpai picking up Chimichanga. I was going to say Lord Nas up in Center Hotel. It seems like they're both pretty focused in on Chimichanga. Senpai down in could be tablet out soon.
Guys on OBJ, guys on OBJ.
Senpai, if Senpai goes for the inside, had gone for the inside cap, they would have had enough time. Doc Toast pulling up at the dumpster. Senpai, ooh. Doc Toast not going to look in that window. Senpai could be capping. Senpai could be capping. Oh, now Doc Toast gonna run right past the window. Not sure what they're shooting at. Oh, Senpai could be capping. Senpai is in the spot, still not capping. Lord Nas does have Doc's attention, but pretty soon Doc's gonna have to clear that. Now Doc doesn't clear the room. Senpai is still not capping. Now Senpai is tablet out, trying to find the spot. You've got to have it perfectly perpendicular to the wall. Sorry, perfectly parallel to the wall or in the window like Senpai now has it. And Senpai does get that cap through the window. Putting 2 points up for Disenfranchised. Nicely done to Lord Nas and Senpai to keep Doc distracted long enough to get that cap. Excuse me for just a second. I need to adjust something in my OBS. I'll be right back with you. Alright, that was two excuse me, that was 2 points to Disenfranchised on the cap in Heli Bungalow, on the West Heli Bungalow OBJ. Looks like we have a drop from Ironside. Not sure what's going on there. I haven't heard anything from the Discord, so I don't think we're taking a timeout yet. But we'll see what's going on. We'll see what's going on. When we do come back in, once we got that player back, or whenever we do hear the beeps, we're going to still be on the West Heli Bungalow OBJ. It'll be the second round here on Downfall. And as I say that, I do hear the beeps. Looks like that player did join back in. They were false beeps. There are real beeps. Alright, let's get you brought back over. It's going to be a southeast spawn. Let's get caught up with the Marsocks. Ironside on Marsock in the southeast. Going to be attacking West Heli Bungalow. Have I said that enough? It's West Heli Bungalow. Michael Potato Man been getting a lot of early picks. Let's see if they can do it again. Getting a 2-2-1. Doc Toast running off on their own. Goose Puncher and Michael going to the south. Uh-oh, Goose Puncher gonna drop again. I think it was Goose Puncher that dropped the first time. I honestly didn't check. But their name was bottom on the list when the fifth player came back. So that's why I think it was Goose Puncher. Not sure though. Don't hold me to that. Michael Potato Man gonna continue to push through the South Valley on their own. Shots coming out from Doc Toast. Diversionary shots. Maybe they saw Papa Deathblade. Maybe it was just pre-fire. Not sure. Chimichanga gonna pick up Trenton in Center Hotel. Chimichanga there at the East Church. Doc Toast. Excuse me. Doc Toast rotating up into Northeast Villa. Felix in upper red. Senpai first floor lower red. Actually, Senpai might be outside. Senpai outside? Yeah, Senpai's over here in the nook. Doc Toads taking shots on the rotation to North Hotel. Interesting choice. I think I've said it on cast before, but I am generally not in favor of sending players to North Hotel. I'm not saying there is never a time when that is a good tactic, but on the whole, my rule of thumb is don't go to North Hotel in a competitive match unless you expect to die there. It's just so hard to get out of North Hotel. That being said, there still are plenty of plays that make sense, that don't involve going there to die, so I just happen to think they're a little bold for my blood. A little bold for my blood. Doc Toast doesn't seem to mind. They are taking the peek out up here. Not sure. They might be able to see Nas through that window in Center Hotel. Might be able to see Crash Clown, depending on which angles both of them are peeking, but not too much to see from the North Hotel here on this round. Oh, I see Featherith showing up in the chat. Featherith, I know from Breachers. Thanks for coming in on an Onward cast. People play this map in competitive. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, Downfall is one of the more popular competitive maps. It's also one of the least popular competitive maps. It can be quite divisive. Some maps do a good job of having a little bit of long range, but also still having some CQB.
I'm sorry, lower dumpster. Didn't get
Deathblade. Oh, I can't go out that window. Deathblade taking shots out of the closet here on North Brothel. Calling out Michael Potato Man and Lower Dumpster. Michael Potato Man made their way all the way through the South Valley to get there, as Chimichanga is rotating through the middle by the bungalow. Gonna pick up, who did they pick up? Crash and Clown here on control. I think I'm using that zoom a little too much. Don't have that zoom on Breachers, and I kind of want it. But I do like in Breachers the scroll wheel on your mouse is camera speed. That's pretty nice too. Deathblade taking more shots, probably at Michael Potato Man, might be at Chimichanga, not sure. Doc Toast still up at North Hotel. Felix about to come up onto Senpai. Senpai probably has heard Felix. Let's get over here because unless Senpai's been making callouts, Felix would have no way of knowing Senpai's right there. Lord Na is gonna pick up Michael Potato Man. Yeah, Felix seems to have no clue. Or if they do, they're very confident that, oh, Senpai gonna pick up Doc Toast. That's gonna let the cat out of the bag. That flash not gonna connect. Chimichanga's gonna pick up Lord Nas through the window into Center Hotel. There from the brick wall outside Center Bungalow. Chimichanga gonna kill Senpai before the frag, which I think that frag would have connected. That might have been just out of range. It is going to bring us to a 2v1 with just Deathblade. Deathblade was over there in the closet of North Brothel, but now they've rotated back to control wisely. I think they're hearing Felix's footsteps. Felix looks like they're going for the inside cap as well. Oh, and Felix gonna pick up Deathblade. Deathblade does stop the cap. Nicely done, Deathblade. We put up that kill board, and we see that Goose Puncher still has not rejoined Ironside. Hope they're doing okay. Let's get that point up to Ironside. 1 point on downfall. Get you swapped over. Yeah, I was gonna say, Papa Deathblade did interrupt the cap, nicely done for that, but they were not able to get the shots through the window onto, who was that? That wasn't Doc, that was Felix, I think that was, got the last kill. So good job to Felix recognizing that nice job recognizing that it wasn't safe to continue with that cap attempt and ditching the tablet, getting the gun up, and getting that quick flick. Seeing a chat from Hecklack. Do you mind sharing the name? Yeah, give me a second. I will look that up. I need to check into Discord too. So yeah, give me a second to check in on some things. I'll be right back with you, bringing you back. Oh, nope. Well, it was a false beep. I heard a single beep. Yeah, let me check into those things. I'll be right back with you when I hear the beeps. I haven't heard anything from the teams yet, but I think we... Oh, nope, there's Goose Puncher. Goose Puncher just loaded back in. I was gonna say, I think we might be going into... I think we might be going into a timeout, as we are missing players, but I'm not sure what's going on. So, thank you for hanging out with me, and appreciate your patience. All right, and we do have all 10 players back in. We should be getting back into round 3 on Downfall momentarily once we get all those greens and a couple beeps. Give me 1 second. I want to catch up with Heclac in the chat while we're standing by.
One rule is you can only use white smoke.
Alright, and we are back in for round 3. Looks like we have a upper dumpster objective. I'm hitting the wrong button. Upper dumpster objective with a northeast spawn. Northwest. Hitting the wrong button. Calling out the wrong direction. I'm kind of useless right now. Crash Clown. I'm gonna get that wrong a lot. Sorry, man. Crash Clown taking some early shots. Papa or Trenton also taking some early shots. It doesn't look like anyone connected enough. Although Deathblade does get the pick onto Doc Toast. Long shot with the Mark 18. I am not that efficient with it. 5v4 for the Disenfranchised. Who are the teams? Looks like we've got all the same players we had earlier. Goose Puncher is back in, though, for Ironside, evening us up at 5. Well, 5 at the start. One of them's dead. I said that already. Anyways, Crash Clown pushing up behind Senpai. I think that was Felix taking shots out of the upper dumpster closet. What do you guys like, closet or dark room? Or what do you call the outer building, the outer room on the 2 stories? A lot of shots coming out. Oh, Felix gonna down Deathblade over here in the west. I was just about to say, a lot of shots coming out, but no one connecting. And then Felix found one. Felix gets the confirm onto Deathblade. Sounds like Nas takes some shots from over there. Trenton throwing out a smoke. I think Trenton is concerned about Goose Puncher skylining there in the south. Felix gets the pick onto Crash Clown as well. As Crash Clown was peeking out of the door here. 3.5 v4. 2 minutes off the clock here on Downfall. Senpai gonna get that revive. Senpai and Crash Clown are the tip of the spear. They got Trenton and Lord Nas behind them. All of them on the west side of the map. Crash Clown gonna get the refrag onto Felix. This is a 4v3. Hold on, where's the third one? We've got, oh, there's 2 at White House. We've got 1 in the Valley, 1 actually in White House. I'm surprised we're not seeing one of them rotate back now. Crash Clown gonna down Goose Puncher. Crash Clown there on the balcony, at the stairs, I should say, of Center Hotel. Goose Puncher was the skyliner. More shots going out at Chimichanga. Senpai slowly making their way around. Trying to get past Michael Potato Man maybe and seal up this map. Crash Clown still throwing some distraction at Chimichanga. As long as Chimichanga is in that ante-room, there is an angle to cap that only Michael Potato Man can see. Michael gonna pick up Trenton. Where was Trenton? Trenton was over... Oh, there's Trenton. 2v2.5. Disenfranchised does know where both of the Ironside are, and Senpai gonna get the refrag onto Michael. This could very well be a cap for Senpai. Yeah, Chimichanga. When you're in that ante-room, there's an angle you can cap from that you can't be seen. And that is going to... That cap is gonna go out for Senpai. 2 caps on the map for Senpai. Taking the win for Disenfranchised. What I was trying to say is, when you're in this window, there's an angle you can cap from that can't be seen, whereas when you're in this window, you can pretty well see all of it. There's still, I think, a little spot that can't be seen, so really they kind of needed to rotate ahead of time. But they don't know that. They didn't have the caster vision to know they had an open cross when Goose Puncher went down. Anyways, 4-1 for Disenfranchised. 2 caps. Nicely done to them. 2 caps. Nicely done to them. 2 caps by Senpai as well. Let's get that up on the scoreboard. That's what I need to do. Oh, let's get that. They're already gone. Okay. Let me get over, get it, what am I doing? OBS, there's OBS. Let's get this up on the scoreboard. That's 2 points to Disenfranchised. Get you over to the scoreboard, 4-1-1-4. So now 1-1 tie. We're going to a 3rd map decider. That's always awesome, isn't it? Wonder what it's gonna be. Let me get back over, get out of this lobby as they are rehosting. So they're gonna rehost. And once we got the new map loaded in, I'll talk some more about it and let you know what's going on. 1-1 tie, map 3 decider coming right up.
Wait.
Thank you, sir.
Alright, sorry about that. I went to check in on something in Discord, got a little caught up. We are going to into our third map. It is Snow Peak. And we have the East Tunnel OBJ with the quick spawn for Ironside. Looks like we're getting a 2-3 split? 2-2-1? 2-3? Not sure. Trenton gonna be running into Michael real quick. Trenton picks up Michael. Not sure what Felix was shooting at. Let's just jump over there. Trenton and Felix gonna trade out. It is a 4v3 quickly in the disenfranchised favor. Got Chimichanga and Doc Toast over here, still back at the tunnels by the garage. Looks like they're rotating back through spawn. Doc Toast thinking about pushing the same way his two friends went. Chimichanga rotating outside towards Horseshoe. Goose Puncher coming straight towards objective. Heclac calls that room dark room. I like that. I do that sometimes myself. Goose Puncher needs to hope they don't have cause to shoot. That would be against the rules. Now you're back to good. Gotta watch out with that 50% clipping. But they didn't shoot, so it doesn't matter. Could still come back. Could still come back. Be careful with that Goose Puncher. 4v3 for Disenfranchised as Ironside is pushing into the objective space. Senpai looking the other way. No one down here in the south end of the tunnel. Grenade coming in. Senpai tuned to that door. Is Goose Puncher going to be able to find a shot in the back? Doc Toast still back by spawn, I think. I think they are concerned about a flank from Trenton, not knowing maybe that Trenton traded. Lord Nas maybe pushing into Chimichanga here. Chimichanga and Goose Puncher were both laying down. Goose Puncher's back up now. Nas not rotating back. Did make a lot of noise though. Chimichanga's definitely gonna know what Nas is around this corner. I don't know if they got far enough away or if Chimichanga would have heard them pull up there by the boxes. Smoke coming out. If Nas didn't know Chimichanga was there, they definitely know now. Whoop, sorry. Not what I meant to do. Flash coming out. Not gonna hit. Or maybe it did hit. I didn't see who threw it, but Senpai gonna get the kill on the Goose Puncher. 4v2. So it looks like... No. Maybe. Okay, doesn't matter. Looks like Doc Toast dropped and rejoined. 4v2. Wait, no, Doc Toast should still be alive over there. Yeah, it's the first round. That's why he's a zeros. I don't know. I've only got 4 dots on the top scoreboard, so I was curious. That normally means someone dropped, but... We saw all the kills, so I don't know what's up there. Smoke coming out. Looks like that might have gone too far. Or was intended to block off the north part of the... hallway. Still a 4v2. Chimichanga rotating around to the north. Might be encountering Crash Clown. Not sure that's... Oh! Trade out with Crash Clown. C4 does not connect. Over here somewhere. Just Doc Toast up for Ironside. Senpai, I think, knows he's over here. I think Senpai would have heard that last footstep at least. Doc Toast hears Lord Nas rotating back. Senpai definitely knows Doc's there now. They would have heard that tablet pull. Looking to the wrong side though. Doc doesn't know Senpai's there. Senpai goes for the knife kill. Senpai getting the knife kill in Doc's back there, giving Disenfranchised the first point here on Snow Peak. Let me get over to OBS, get that up on the board. That's gonna be, yep, that's gonna be that. Oh, and let's get Snow Peak up there. All right, let's get you swapped over. Got a point on the board for Disenfranchised. Got Snow Peak on the board. Map 3 decider Snow Peak. Let's see if they go all 7 rounds, make it really spicy. It's a good defense from Disenfranchised there. I think they had 3 up, is that right? Started off early, there was a 2-piece early by Trenton that kind of seemed to put Ironside on their back foot. Doc Toast and Chimichanga redirected on what their approach was going to be. Doc Toast fell a little bit behind and they weren't able to all enter the objective space at the same time. Creating chaos and keeping multiple members from tuning their attention, multiple Volk from turning their attention at the same time. I do think it was a wise reassessment. You know, they lost their whole flank to that one side, so you know they weren't wrong to call the audible. It just didn't work out. Sometimes they don't work out. That's how it goes. Anyways, that was last round. That was last round. This round, we're still going to that east tunnel OBJ, but it's going to be the Disenfranchised on Marsoc. They get the south spawn here. This one is still a pretty fast spawn, but it's not the quick spawn, you know? Not sure what this split's going to end up being when they actually break off. Got a 4-1 so far. Crash Clown and Deathblade heading up towards the horseshoe. Doc Toast gonna get the first pick here in the horseshoe. Wrong button. There we go. Doc Toast got the pick, waited a second, and rotated out. Nobody pushing in for the refrag. Nas continuing around to the other mouth of the horseshoe. Crash Clown down, Trenton and Deathblade here, which means Senpai was the one who ran off by themselves. Looks like they're over there in the north already, making an approach at the northern end. Not quite to the northern end of the tunnel, of the OBJ tunnel, but that's where they're headed. Or, that's where it looks like they're headed. Nas making their way in. Looks like we've got one behind them, one still over on the other mouth of horseshoe by Crash Clown's body. I'm not sure. What do you guys think? Can Goose Puncher hear these footsteps? Now they can. I think Goose Puncher can definitely hear those footsteps now. We see Goose Puncher making a little move. I think that was a reaction. Not hearing a call out from Goose Puncher though. I am of the school of thought communication over concealment. If I heard someone in the horseshoe and I knew I had as much tunnel between me as them... Now, but let me say it first. If I heard someone in the horseshoe and I knew I had as much tunnel between me as Goose Puncher has between him and the horseshoe, I would most likely make that call out. Now, The reason I stopped myself is because as I was saying that, I realized that Goose Puncher may have a C4 up here. They may have something going on that justifies it. Look, oh, do they have a... They're holding their hand out. I wonder if they're holding a clicker. Hearing some chatter out of... Yeah, it looks like they do got a clacker. Senpai picking up Felix, Trenton going down to someone. I missed it. I was very curious about the C4. Now I'm really curious. Lord Nas has made their way past where I thought that C4 would have been if it was going to be somewhere. Papa Deathblade going to get the pick onto Doc Toast. And the confirm. Senpai going to pick up Chimichanga over there in the north somewhere. Wait, is Senpai still over there in the north? Yeah. I'm not sure what's going on with Goose Puncher. Maybe did their C4 get shot? Was their C4 on the other side? I think maybe their C4 was... Oh yeah, there's their C4. They wanted someone to come through the other way. Goose Puncher is going to pick up Deathblade and Nas on the rotate in. Is Senpai capping? I think Senpai might be capping under smoke. Doesn't matter. Goose Puncher going to get that kill. Senpai, I think, was down their tablet out. So good rotate and defense. It was a very good rotate by Goose Puncher. They did pick up 3 on that rotation back to objective. Tying up the score at 1-1 here on Snow Peak. Snow Peak's our third map decider. It is also Ironside's pick. Got Slurm Sauce showing up in the chat. Thank you, Slurm Sauce, for stopping by the channel and showing your support for Chunga. Guessing they mean Chimichanga. Heck, like I probably would think Chimichanga was a code word if I didn't know it was a player's name as well. But you know, they know Chimichanga. They see Chimichanga in the tent, so they know that's a player. But yeah, that definitely sounds like code. There's a Chimichanga in the hallway. Definitely sounds like something to watch out for. Anyways, that was the first 2 rounds, 1-1. Good defensive rounds from both teams. When we come back in, it's gonna be the Shack OBJ here in kind of the southeast. Everybody loves the Shack OBJ. I don't know what it is about being a caster. You say Shack a lot and then you start saying Shack differently. I've definitely seen at least 2 or 3 casters do it. Anyways, more caster boy BS. You guys don't need to care about that. Oh, there are the beeps. Let's bring you back over. It's gonna be Disenfranchised on Volk, Ironside on Marsoc over here in the north outside of Murder Room. This is not a quick spawn for this OBJ. Not really a quick spawn. Although, once you do come around the corner here, there is an early long line you gotta watch out for. Chimichanga or Felix may be able to see it. Looks like there might be a Disenfranchised there, yeah. Who is... Crash Clown. Crash Clown calling him out, or getting called out by Chimichanga. Chimichanga shooting a smoke out as Doc Toast catching up with Felix and Chunga. Is that a second 203? A lot of 203s in this game. I like 203s. I mostly just use the smokes because on maps where you can use the grenade, the HE grenade, on maps where you can use the explosive, the range is too large for me to be effective without a foregrip, because I am not a great shot. Doc Toast right up here on Lord Nas. I don't know if that smoke's covering all the footsteps. I think it probably is at this distance, but that smoke's going to dissipate. Looks like both of them dissipated. Felix also coming up. If they time this right, they can pinch Nas, and neither of them will die. Felix shot. Doc, I think, called out. I think I heard Doc talking, so I think Nas knows about them both. Nas's head's on a swivel. Crash Clown continuing to engage Felix. Nas gonna pick up Toast as Trenton gets Chimichanga somewhere else. I think over there. Is that Trenton? Yeah, Trenton's over here on the garage in the east. In the southeast. No, it's Senpai. Felix gonna get the shots onto Lord Nas after I flew away. Not sure where Trenton was. Senpai gonna pick up Goose and... I think that was Michael, maybe? Picks up 2. Senpai got 2. Go, Senpai. Leaving just 1. That leaves just Felix over here. Against 4 Disenfranchised, this is tall order. Like we said earlier, though, 4v1 can be done. We've seen it happen. Felix gonna throw out a flash. Not sure that's gonna connect with anyone, but they do see Trenton. Maybe it did hit Trenton. I think if that hit anyone, it was more likely to hit Deathblade. But I think the Husko would have been in the way. I said I think too many times right there. Felix does seem awfully concerned that there might be someone in Deathblade's spot. Not... Ooh, gonna pick up Crash Clown and Senpai. Wow. Good swing. Deathblade, I think, let out a shot giving away their position, and Felix swinging for a 3-piece. Bringing us down to a 1v1. Let's jump over to the other side, see what it's like when they're coming, with this guy coming at you. Felix does also know that Trenton's inside this shack. When he came around the corner in the very beginning into objective space, he saw. And Felix gets that 4-piece. Wow, good clutch to Felix over here. Good clutch to Felix. Holding out that 4v1. Let's get that second point on the board to Ironside here on Snow Peak. 2 points on the board in the third round. 2-2-1. When we come back in, it's still going to be the Shack OBJ, but it's going to be the Disenfranchised turn to attack. The Shack's one of those ones, I feel it starts very even. You know, in a vacuum, in a 5v5, the Shack is an even objective. But as soon as that first kill goes out, it starts to get more and more heavily slanted to the team with more players. Especially once you get under 4 Volk, when you have to defend the Shack with 3 players or less, it can get real tough fast. Because there are 4 clear lanes of approach. Each of those 4 lanes have a couple different spots you can hide behind to shoot from. But when you do have bodies in all of those 4 lanes, then you have stuff you can hide behind and shoot the other way from for the Volk. So that's why it's such a defensible place, and why it is such an even one until those early picks come out. Or I'm just blowing smoke up all your tailpipes. That's also possible. It could be. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the chat. Did get some beeps, so let's get you brought back over. We'll get you brought back over, and we'll catch up with the Disenfranchised here at the single hangar in the north. Disenfranchised trying to tie it up at least, maybe trying to go for the cap and swing a little bit of a lead. Looks like we're gonna get a 2-3 split, maybe a 2-1-2. I feel like I say that every time. I gotta just stop calling it out. Senpai out on the lake, kinda. Deathblade and Crash Clown making their way towards the bunker. We've got Michael Potato Man here behind the sandbags. Probably gonna be the first encounter. Crash Clown gonna be ready. Crash Clown Crash Clown. I told you that name was going to be trouble. Crash and Clown does take some shots out. Frag not going to be quite far enough, although that was right in line. Michael Potato Man will go down. 5v4 in Disenfranchised. Flare. Goose Puncher going to even it out, though. Goose Puncher there on the Heskos. Smoke coming in. Might have been a hair farther than they wanted. Looks like a grenade coming out from the defense way too early. Not a bad grenade. They're just nobody was nearby. Senpai and Crash Clown still in the general vicinity of bunker. We got Lord Nas over here continuing towards the south. Doc Toast gonna pick up Senpai. Doc Toast looks like they're up there by the, I think that's Doc Toast up there, yeah, up there. Chimichanga gonna pick up Lord Nas coming around here in the south. Trenton even further in the south. Maybe able to find an angle on Chimichanga? I don't know. Does Chimichanga know they're over there? I haven't been paying attention to this approach. It is now a 4v2 in Ironside's favor. Got a pretty spread defense, although Chimichanga and who are you? Goose Puncher can crash easily. Felix also in pretty good crash range, as Crash and Clown and Doc Toast will trade out, leaving just Trenton alive for the Disenfranchised. Trenton's got 3.5 minutes, plenty of time with as far away as they are. They just need to make sure they don't rush and don't make a sound giving away their position to Chimichanga. If they can get this pick on Chimichanga... Oh, shooting too soon as they stand up. They are going to get that pick onto Chimichanga. Sounds like a grenade's coming out. Chimichanga had that frag in their hand. Maybe? I thought I heard a grenade drop. Maybe they were in the process of pulling the pin, didn't get it out, and that's why I heard it. Maybe it was just in their kit, and that's why I heard it. Anyways, Trenton got the kill, not pushing in directly into OBJ. Doc Toast being revived. I honestly didn't realize that they were just downed. That is going to take it back to a 3v1 for Trenton. They know Trenton's on the south approach. It looks like whoever it is, check the mini-map, there is someone Trenton's going to be encountering soon. Let's fly ahead. Felix. Felix is rotating. Who's going to hear who first? They're both slowing up. Oh, Felix going to find the kill. Felix going to find the kill and extend Ironside's lead. They are now up 3-1. Let's get you somewhere where you can actually read that. Okay, and then we'll get that 3-2-1 on the scoreboard. Ironside, when we come back in, will be playing for the win. Disenfranchised, got to get a point on the board to keep the match and the map alive. That was round 4, which means we are going to get an OBJ swap. We are moving over to the North Hangar OBJ. I kind of hate this OBJ. I kind of do. It's good OBJ. I don't hate it because it's bad. I hate it because I'm bad. Yeah, I just there's too many spots with all of the Heskos just not in a straight line, creating the different little angles and different little peaks. I get shot a lot. I get shot a lot when I'm approaching this one. So, yeah. Boo you onward for giving me this objective. Although it doesn't really matter this time since I'm casting. I don't think I can get shot. If you shoot the caster, you're doing something wrong. I can confidently say that. There could be an argument made that if you shoot the caster, you're doing something right, but as the caster, I'm not going to be entertaining that argument tonight. So yeah, we'll be coming back in. Ironside will be on Marsoc. They just need the 1 point to win, but if they do get the cap, they can get that 5-1 win, get an little bit of extra sweet MMR. Wiser just to play for the kills and take the cap if it presents itself in a situation like this, though. Last thing you want to do is lose the point because you're going for the cap. Oh, and my camera freaks out a little bit. Sorry about that. Over here, double hanger spawn for Ironside as we go in for their match point. Michael Potato Man running off by themselves. My game's lagging out like crazy. I'm sorry, guys. We got two going in the south. Doc Toast following behind them. Goose Puncher off by themselves into the middle, kind of by the lake, it looks like. Whoa, that was spinning way too far, camera. Way too far. Okay. Just gonna sit still for a second. See if my PC catches up. Looks like those players off to the east of me are moving normally. Let's see. I can fly again. I can fly. Woohoo. Alright, we got Doc Toast, Felix, and Chimichanga pushing east in the South Valleys. South Vales? I don't know what you call those. What is it still a valley if it's not down? I don't know. We're gonna call it a valley. Pushing past the shack into the shack Hescos. Is still a 5v5. Everybody's still pretty far away. Looks like Ironside, we heard the call, we'll do 30 seconds. Ironside watching for a flanker. Doesn't look like they're going to find one. Looks like Disenfranchised is playing this one a little more conservatively. But what I was going to say before I heard the call out cueing me off to the flanker was that it looked like we're getting a little bit of a wider approach from Ironside, although they are cutting back through the bunker. That's not anything too crazy. Senpai going to pick up Michael Potato Man. Michael Potato Man, I think, was on the west side of the lake. They ran off by themselves. Yeah, they're over there by the Sniper Hill. Over there somewhere. I think we can see them. Yeah, just right there. Michael Potato Man ran off by themselves out of spawn. Michael Potato Man had been running by themselves a little bit. Slurm Sauce, I think you did miss somebody hitting a 1v4. Who was that? Was that Doc Toast? It was somebody on Ironside. No, it was who was that? I think it was Felix, excuse me. Sorry. Game lagging a little bit again. I think we're back to good. It's probably the snow dust. The snow dust. My computer doesn't like the particulate. I blame that. We'll run with that. Yeah, Slurm Sauce, if you missed that round, you should go back and check out the VOD. It was pretty good. Shots coming out from the defense. Frag going out, not gonna catch Crash and Clown. Trenton gonna pick up Chimichanga, 5v3. My PC's having some trouble. I'm gonna hold my camera right here for a second as we do have one still coming down from the Horseshoe Valley. Let me check. I got a couple things I need to look at real quick here, guys. Sorry. That is not something I need to care about right now, Twitch. But what I did want to see, how bad are my frames? Oh yeah. Skipped frames due to lag. That is in the yellow. Sorry, guys. Doc Toast going down to Lord Nas. Senpai picking up Goose Puncher. Just one alive. Felix for Ironside. Not a huge loss for Ironside if Felix isn't able to pull this one out, as they will go down to Crash and Clown. Where was Crash and Clown? I can't see. Anyways, as I was going to say, not a huge loss. They did, with that 3-1 lead, they did kind of have a round to work with. You don't ever want to give points away because that did put Disenfranchised into cap range, and they will be coming back in for a Marsoc round. But yeah, when you're up 3-1, you can be a little bit riskier, make a little bit bolder of a plan. I don't know if that was a bold plan. I don't know if they were being a little bit riskier. I don't know Ironside that well, like I said earlier, but either way, it was a good defense from Disenfranchised. They held on to it and got the point, bringing us to a 3v2. If Ironside is able to hold on, they will still win. It's still a map and match point for them. If Disenfranchised is able to secure the cap, they can win the map and match. That's not the shortcut to get you back in the game. Let's do the one. That's the one that gets you back in the game. If Disenfranchised is not able to secure the cap, they still can win the point and stay alive, pushing us to a round 7 decider, which I asked for in the very beginning. Looks like Lord Na is going to run into the tunnels. Trenton and Senpai pushing down into this alley, this tunnel alley, I think is what I often call this. Senpai getting an early pick on Felix. Crash and Clown finding Doc. One of those was on the corner of the mountain by the Hesco. The other outside of Single Hangar on the north side. Less than 30 seconds off the clock and we're on a 5v3 already for the Disenfranchised. With the Disenfranchised down a point, that's what they want. They're probably feeling a lot better now. That's going to take a little bit of pressure off. Not too much pressure though, they still got to win the point. We got Michael Potato Man here. And Trenton does go down to Goose Puncher, 4v3. Crash Clown gonna get that refrag, good positioning. Chimichanga gonna find Papa Deathblade in the north alley. Where did Trenton go down? I'm not sure where Trenton went down. It is a 3v2. That was Trenton that went down, right? Yeah, Trenton and Papa. 3v2, we've got Michael Potato Man, I was saying, in this little shack out here. The shack is penetrable and will often be pre-fired. Also got Chimichanga in the back there. I think they're shooting at Chimichanga from both sides. Senpai and Crash and Clown. I don't see... Lord Nas started on a flank in the very beginning. I haven't seen them. They went off into the tunnels. In fact, let's check in with Lord Nas. Where are you? Way off in the south. Check this out. Way off in the south. What kind of sight you got here? Looks like they maybe had a 4X. Yep, they got a 4X. Way off in the south, looking for that sneaky shot. Not gonna find anything, as both of the players are tucked in on defense. Still got Chimichanga. Is that right? Is that Chimichanga? Yeah, still got Chimichanga in the single hangar. In the back, on the north side behind the boxes, and Michael Potato Man in that shack as Lord Nas makes their way up to the bunker. Senpai Nai and Crash and Clown have not advanced much. Kind of holding position. I think they've been intentionally holding, letting Lord Nas catch up. Still says I'm dropping kind of a lot of frames. Haven't noticed the camera lagging out too much. Hope it's not too bad for you guys on the other end. So we're in a little bit of a stalemate here. I don't know if Michael has fired yet this round. I don't know if Michael has fired or if anyone has seen them. Like I said earlier, I think Chimichanga was the one that was called out. Yeah. I think Chimichanga was the one that was called out and the one that Crash and Senpai were trading shots with. Yeah, I see Slurm in the chat. Slurm, the VOD is not available yet. It'll be available probably about 20, maybe 30 minutes after the cast. I am still a new streamer and often make mistakes, so I don't do the auto-publish just in case I start and stop or need to delete something. Senpai gonna find Michael Potato Man. Senpai very quietly creeping up. Again, I don't know if they knew Michael was there or what, but they got the pick. Good job. Leaving just one up, leaving just Chimichanga against 3 Disenfranchised. This is a cap risk for Ironside, as Chimichanga, I think, is just pre-firing the position where Michael was. Not sure. This is a little bit of a cap risk for Ironside, as it is a 3v1. Fortunate for Ironside that it's this objective, though, as there's not a lot of good hidey cap spots. There's not a lot of good sneaky spots. Like, there's not a wall that you can cap from outside of. If they are able to get in, if Lord Nas is able to get in behind those boxes without being seen, they might be able to get the sneak cap. But they're gonna have to creep in. Oh, wait, maybe. Tablet, looks like Tablet. Nope. No, they're still outside. Still outside. Go out the door. Where's the door? There we go. Senpai gonna take the kill. Gonna take the kill before Nas can creep in. I don't know if Nas could have gotten in without being seen. So I'm not sure how much of a cap risk it was. Doesn't end up mattering in the end, as Nas took the kill and the guaranteed point. Bird in hand, as they say. Tying us up at 3, giving us a round 7 map 3 decider. Which this is why you tune in at home, right? This is why you tune in. This is the kind of spice you want in an onward match. You want 2 teams that are gonna fight it out all the way to the limit. And if it couldn't get better, we're gonna have a murder room. It's gonna be murder room OBJ for our last OBJ. Murder room OBJ, Ironside going to be attacking on Marsoc. Disenfranchised will be defending on Volk. This one's kind of like the Shack, although it's not quite so volatile. And I do think that it has a little bit of an inherent Volk advantage, though again, once 1 or 2 players go down, it's anybody's game. It's very much anybody's game. Murder Room OBJ there in the northeast, got a garage spawn. This is a pretty quick spawn. I think this is the fastest spawn. Michael gonna run off into the tunnels straight at it. Sounds like footsteps behind me. I think there's at least one more joining Michael. Got Felix coming this way as well. Into the east tunnel. Looks like Lord Nas is outside of Murder Room a little bit. Outside that east door, maybe. I keep hitting tab instead of Q. Michael and Felix making their way all the way to the north. The other 3 look like they've made it through the horseshoe alley into the west approach. They might even be even further away. Oh yeah, they're over on bunker side. Oh, there's one of them at the mouth of the horseshoe. 2 of them, Doc Toast and Chimichanga, coming all the way around past the bunker. Watching for an aggressive push out from Disenfranchised, but not going to find one over here on the west side. Doc Toast giving some recommendations to one of his teammates. Not sure if they were talking to Chimichanga with the proxy chat or on the radio. C4 going out, doesn't connect. Doc Toast, oh no! With the team kill onto Felix. There's Felix. There is a very sad, well, I guess he's not sad anymore. There would have been a very sad Felix if they were still alive. Michael going down to Crash and Clown, trading shots through the smoke. 5v3 for the Disenfranchised again. More shots into the smoke just to clear it out. Goose Puncher gonna pick up Lord Nas on the other side. Lord Nas in the horseshoe. That was the aggressive push out on the east. Although it looks like they're more south. I don't know if Nas moved and I missed it or if they were just always more south than east. 4v3. That 203 not going to connect. Shot from very close up though. That was an almost instant contact. I should have just jumped to a Volk instead of free flown through. Another 203 going out. 203 HE frags. That's fun. Doc Toast pushing in. Doing a little pre-fire on their way. Not gonna connect. Gonna find the back of Deathblade. Crash Clown there for the refrag. Chimichanga gonna get Trenton Senpai there for that refrag. 2v1. Goose Puncher pushing in by themselves. It all comes down to them. Goose Puncher against Crash and Clown and Senpai. Crash and Clown and Senpai both have kills in this round. Goose Puncher's got quite a few kills on this map too, though. Making a footstep, that's too bad. That's too bad. I think Crash and Clown would have heard that footstep. Don't know about Senpai. Coming up on, I think this is the south door they're coming up on. Senpai off on the west, Crash and Clown on the east side of the room. Senpai does appear to have their back turned to this door. Maybe they didn't hear that footstep. It's like both of them have their back. Oh my god, oh my god. Lasers, guys. Oh, I'm so sorry. I need to put a post-it on my monitor. I always forget the stupid lasers. Why isn't that just automatically on? Of course we want the lasers on. Ah. My bad, guys. Okay, anyways. Goose Puncher still pushing up on this south door. I don't think Senpai or Crash and Clown know they're down here. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Senpai on the other side of the boxes. Oh, Crash Clown. Oh, takes shots at... Goose Puncher takes shot at Crash, doesn't connect. Flash coming out. That might connect with Senpai. Senpai not moving. I don't think any of that connected with Crash. I don't know if Senpai has made any noise. I don't know if Goose knows Senpai's right there. They do know where Crash is. They saw Crash. Crash fired back. No, they definitely don't know Senpai's there. Senpai! Oh, they definitely didn't know Senpai was there. Senpai gonna get the last kill. Gonna get that last kill. 18 seconds left in the round. Gonna secure the win for Disenfranchised on that round 7 map 3 decider. Wow. Wow. Round 3 map 3 decider. Round 7 map 3 decider. That was... It doesn't get much closer than that, guys. Oh man, that's what you want to see. That's what I want to see, at least. I will say, after Ironside did so well on Arctic and Disenfranchised did so well on Downfall, I was a little surprised to see Ironside select Snow Peak as their final map. Turned out going in Disenfranchised's favor. They do end up getting the 4-3 win there on the last map. Winning them the map and the match. But that was just really fun onward across the board. All three maps really fun. Ironside played strongly on Arctic. They played a little better. Disenfranchised did get some kills. They got that 1 point. Did push a couple rounds a little bit deeper. You saw kind of the same thing, but in reverse on Downfall. So that was fun. That was fun all around. Thank you to both teams. Thank you to both teams. Sorry, I was just seeing something on Discord, but that was from a while ago. Thank you to both teams. Thank you for Ironside and Disenfranchised for inviting me here. This is going to be the end of the cast. Thank you to you, the viewer at home, for being here watching with us. My name's been Bob the Gamer. This has been a VRML Onward Community cast. While I'm running down the delay, I'll try and find you an Onward game to join into. And if you are able to raid along with me, I hope to see you in the chat. If you aren't, thank you for being here, and you guys have a great night. Yeah, that's going to be all of it for us here. Have a great one. I'll catch you next time. Take it light, y'all.